Welcome. I'm going to begin this with a story. Man, born from dust, was strong, wise, and resourceful, but he was born into an unforgiving world and inevitable darkness. Creatures of destruction, the creatures of Grimm, set their sights on man and all of his creation. These forces clashed, and it seems that the darkness was intent on returning man's brief existence to the void. However, even the smallest spark of hope is enough to ignite change. In the time of man's passion, resourcefulness, ingenuity, it led them to the tools that would help them in their odds. This power was appropriately named dust. This happened millennia ago. In the past 20 years, there was a team known as RWBY, consisting of Ruby Rose, White Schnee, Blake Belladonna, and Yang Xiaolong. Them and their allies were able to remove the biggest threat of Grimm, Salem, though it came at the cost of life. These heroes have built a new world, one where equality reigns. Peace is restored, though the creature of Grimm still run rampant. They are still a need for hunters and huntresses, for man is still wicked at times. And this is the story of a team, of a sylphanus who loves his viola, a shy blue-haired girl, a second generation of legend, a horse boy with his affinity for bashing his own head and women, and a bat faunus who loved to see the stars. This is a story of Merlin, and this, people of the internet, is Merlin, the next generation of the RWBY campaign. We begin in a small area as the blue-haired person is fighting a multi-haired person. This has been going on for hours. Lapis, is there any kind of remark or attempt at your mentor you would like to make?
Right now, I'm just trying to catch my breath because it's been hours and she is fast.
Your mentor is a female with purple and brown hair, eyes matching the same. She walks towards you, pushing your weapon away and thumping you on the forehead, knocking you to the ground.
Oh, it's not necessary.
They look at you with the look that is best described as a deadpan look, pointing to their clock.
Hmm? Oh,
Now,
right.
they shook their
I
head
see.
and helped you up.
Thanks, Neo.
As this is happening, your family comes out and gives you a hug. Your brother, however, was not there. Your father informed you that he had already left.
I'll I'll catch him another time then.
Your mother pulls you into a bear hug the only way you know she could.
You're smothering me.
She giggles and helps you onto the bullhead. The three
I'll
wave
be
at
fine,
you.
guys.
Neo, however, looks at you, doing the motion of, I will keep my eyes on you.
Hi, everybody.
We transition to the bat and the seal. Minthe and Nebula, what are you two currently doing?
Minthe is currently trying to read a book. I don't know what Nebula's doing.
Nebula is busy drawing little constellations with her finger on her dress, thinking that it'll actually work, but it does absolutely nothing. She's just bored out of her mind. Because Minthe won't talk to her.
Minthe has work to be doing.
No
For,
attention.
for those who would like to know, Minthe and Nebula were punctual. They made it to the bullhead on time, and were currently on their way to their new home for the time being. As y'all are sitting on the bullhead, you notice that there is now a blue-haired female walking on with bags of plenty. And what the blue-haired lass did not know is someone taped a thing of cookies to the back of their shirt.
Oh my god. Never mind.
What would any of you like to do next?
I'm going to wave excitedly and be, hi!
Minthe leans over to Nebula and like kind of swats at her hand, being like, "Hey, stop it!" And says, "Seems like we're not the only ones ready for a long journey."
Nebula like kind of lifts her head up from her dress, like getting out of her own hyperfixation as she like looks up at the blue-haired individual and just like smiles widely.
Hi, I'm Nebula.
Hi, everybody! So, are you guys excited?
Well, are you not excited about every little thing you ever come in contact with?
Well, obviously. But this is different. I don't know where we're going exactly. You haven't told me much.
That's for all of our benefits, not just mine. Anyway, I'm Minthe. Nice to meet you.
I'm Lapis. Nice to meet you. How do you not know where we're going?
It's better for all of us. Just keep it that way. I mean, I told them
Okay.
some things.
I'm not allowed to know because I might immediately set fire.
Arson is a real possibility, and we're trying to keep that as low as possible.
Over the intercom, you hear, any arsoning that takes place will result in immediately charges being placed upon you.
See, Nebula?
I can't have more charges than I already have.
Oh dear God.
Arson was an option?
Anyways, we will now transition to the bullhead landing near a desert area, where a man wearing a pumpkin on his head is currently training with a man with a monkey tail.
Not the pumpkins.
A metal pumpkin.
Ravi,
Is it fucking Halloween?
You wish.
Ravi, you are currently training with one of your mentors, who pushes you back with the end of his bow staff and says, "You know, you're not going to be able to pass your classes if you don't get any faster there, pumpkin boy."
I'm more of a workhorse than a racehorse, son.
For those who do not know, one of Ravi's mentors is Sun Wukong, the monkey faunus, a troublemaker extraordinaire. He looks at you and sees the bullhead. He is currently distracted. What would you like to do?
Ravi takes the moment of Sun being distracted and goes for a quick headbutt charge.
With that being said, Ravi, make the first roll of the campaign.
Oh, awesome. Okay, that's going to be melee of Pyro Jack is
Whiff! Whiff! Whiff!
okay. That's going to be a D20 plus a 9. Hang on. Okay, that is a 21.
Huh?
You miss.
Dead ass?
Oh.
As you charge him, he steps back and slips his foot right in front of you.
Oh, shit on a stick.
Monkey boy.
You got a lot to learn. Hopefully they can teach you a little more where you're headed, buddy. He helps you up, dusts you off, and hands you your bag.
Well, I can't blame a guy for trying. Thanks again for all you taught me.
Don't get
I'll be
sappy.
seeing
Don't
you.
get sappy on me, pumpkin boy. Get your ass on the ship.
Pumpkin
Eh.
boy.
I'll be seeing you when I see you then.
The other three,
Yep.
Minthe, Nebula, Lapis. You see a tall sumbitch of a horse faunus walk onto the ship. But then there's a red flash of light in the room. Please put weapons in their proper cases. Weapons are not allowed to be out of their cases at any time on the bullhead.
To be fair, Pyro Jack is more of an article of clothing than a weapon, technically.
I think you should put the thing in the thing. That was loud.
It was. All right, fair enough. Ravi just takes the oversized metal pumpkin head with spikes, mind you, off of his head and just haphazardly shoves it into his bag.
As you do this, the put on your seatbelt sign flashes.
Ravi quickly puts on his seatbelt.
Minthe nudges Nebula very harshly.
No!
Put it on or I'll put it on for you.
Make me!
That is exactly what I just said I would do!
I don't see you doing it!
With one hand, Minthe just kind of puts their hand over Nebula's head and shoves her down onto a seat.
Just slowly buckling mine while I watch that.
Nebula just like sits down and just like crosses her arms and just pouts.
This is bullshit!
Safety is not bullshit.
We literally just told you I have charges. What makes you think I believe in safety?
You seem like a sweet girl, but
Do
this
you
one
want
doesn't
to get
listen to
your head
anything
bonked down
similar
the-
to work.
Do you want to get your head bonked down the ceiling?
Yes,
To
they
be
probably do.
I'm
To be
small
fair-
enough, unlikely to happen.
As you four are flying, you see what looks like a history package telling the story of Team Ruby and where they are now. The silver-eyed huntress, also known as Ruby Rose, is now enjoying life as a huntress and occasional teaching at Signal Academy. Yang Xiaolong and Blake Belladonna are in politics, working on the Equality Acts, and are in a healthy relationship. Wai Schnee, former heiress of Schnee Dust Company, now owns it. However, she chose to let her brother, Whitley, who has mellowed out as he has matured and met someone to help him through what his father has taught him. Weiss now teaches at Beacon Academy. After a couple hours pass, a hologram of a man, what looks like a man with wolf ears and a beard. One of the ears is damaged. I need everyone to roll me a history check.
All right.
We're doing
history.
we're doing d20s and then adding history.
All right. What would history be here?
I'm assuming
Smarts.
we don't have smarts.
We have strength, agility, and perception. Will.
I'm gonna say perception.
Okay. Then in
that's
that case, 15.
Okay.
We don't have smarts. We're not smart.
Okay, that's going to be an 8.
Okay. Minthe and Nebula.
16 plus 5, so 21 for Nebula.
Give me one sec. I don't have my sheet in front of me.
I can bring that up real quick for you because I have everyone's
Oh.
sheet.
Which one is it gonna be?
Perception.
Oh. Right.
Your perception.
21?
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
So
Yeah.
I will say this. Justin, aka Ravi,
Yeah.
he has a nice beard.
Yeah.
Cool beer, bro.
Mint and Nebula. Obviously, you can tell this is a hunter who is now a teacher at where you are heading. Lapis, you know
him.
exactly who the son bitch is.
Hey, I know him.
Oh, do tell.
I babysitted his kids. I know a lot of people.
Okay. Well, that's a story I'm certainly interested in learning.
Well, he has a very beautiful family.
I was thinking more about your story, but
It's not that interesting.
well,
Oh,
I'll be the judge of that later, baby blue.
We should listen to the hologram of the teacher.
Aramis.
Fair enough.
Nebula, are you going to listen to the hologram?
Only out of respect for him.
Good.
He is a hunter.
Hello, and welcome to Beacon Academy. We are pleased that you have made it onto the Bullhead and have safely made it here. The headmaster asked that I do not make this joke, but he also said he did not care. So we are pleased that no one has so far thrown up on the Bullhead.
Give it a few minutes.
No,
All right, I
no,
just want
it's
to.
a really funny
All right,
story, actually.
all right. I got to say this without laughing because I'm legitimately. This is out of the campaign. I am having so much fun, guys. Okay. Now, when you have safely landed, relatively speaking, please make your way to the amphitheater. Due to past issues, we do now have signs posted. Welcome to the start of your story. As the hologram disappeared.
I feel like some of the people in this room probably would have gotten lost without the signs. Just casually stares at the long-haired guy in orange.
I feel incredibly called out right now.
And with that being said, as the hologram disappears, the Bullhead windows open their blinds, showing the view of the rebuilt Beacon Academy. And I will say this quickly. I am about to post what it looks like now that it's been repaired in pictures. Audience, you will be seeing it probably right now. And if future Joseph remembers to throw it in there.
Future Ren will try to remind you. It's so ooh, shiny. I like the trees. That's a nice shade of orange.
Mint, Nebula, how do you two react? Ravi, how do you react?
Ravi just looks at it and he just lets out a low whistle because he's impressed. Damn, this place sure is pretty. Not to mention expensive.
Oh yes, it is that.
Then again, I spent a good couple years on a pumpkin patch, so
Pumpkins. I would have never guessed you liked pumpkins.
eh, it, ma- it was a job that I grew a little close to.
I'm glad you found inspiration in it.
Yeah.
I grew up in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
Minthe, Nebula, how do you two react to seeing the rebuilt Beacon Academy?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Why didn't you tell me we were coming to the school? Why didn't you tell me? I know I technically applied for the school, however, you didn't tell me!
Because I know whatever I say, you wouldn't want to go for one reason or another.
But it's this place!
Yes, and even if I told you that, you'd still be hooked. Go for it.
You do not understand! Hyper-fixated on Nora Valkyrie for years when I learned about her as a huntress! Why didn't you tell me?
Because if I had, I bet you would have snuck into some cabinet somewhere and made the bolt's head move like 20% faster, which is not a safe speed for it to travel.
I will take your reasoning.
Yes, you will.
Is that an artificial lake surrounding the pathway?
Moving on.
I hope it's artificial. I can't get my wings wet or I can't fly.
I'm just saying, if that's water, I get the feeling someone's gonna end up tossing me in it at least once.
I don't particularly like the implications of that.
That is true water, and as you land with Nebula's screaming, the other students calmly walk off and catch up with their friends who they met at different schools. We're going to go down the roster and figure out what everyone does. I will remind everyone that the end goal is to have you all at the amphitheater. We'll start, you know what, let's start with Nebula. Let's get some more gremlin energy.
Oh,
Nebula is absolute gremlin.
Nebula wastes like absolutely no fucking time now that she's acknowledged where everyone is going and like where they're at. She has studied the school in and out from her hyperfixation of Nora Valkyrie. So she beelines it to where she's supposed to be, like instantly leaving everyone behind. Briefly forget she has wings. She doesn't fly. She just runs.
I need you to roll me a d20 right quick, Isaac.
D20, yes.
Just a flat 20. I'll explain why in a second.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Roll to not bump into people.
18.
You, Nebula, hyperfixated as you are, were able to gracefully move between other students. Minthe, we'll move to you.
Minthe sees Nebula do all of that. Gives one of those like resigned head nods in like just exasperation as they watch Nebula run off instead of fly, and is just kind of sitting there for a second. Slowly just starts to like massage their temples, puts the hand back down, and walks where they're supposed to go.
One of the kids go, I don't know who's scarier, the bat or the seal.
Can Minthe do like a little bit of like? Does Minthe hear this, or is it just someone?
Does Nebula hear this?
No, the only two that actually hear it are Ravi and Lapis.
Okay, cool. Because otherwise, they would have had a bit of a barking seal situation.
Nebula would have done like the perfect like evil Nimona grin,
Damn.
like shark teeth and
That is
all.
actually a very good comparison.
Like Nebula's Nimona.
Which follows
I'm
the
going to like
Yeah.
lean slightly towards whoever said that and just say, I'm just kind of hoping I don't end up paired with that terrifying gremlin.
Lapis, what do you do? Because you know somebody at this place.
I know several somebodies at this place. I am going to calmly and orderly walk towards the amphitheater, looking around because this place is pretty as shit, and hoping that maybe I see somebody that I know.
You do.
Especially two particular people that I really am excited to see.
Well, this person isn't one that you are excited to see. However, it is an older female rabbit faunus with brown hair and brown eyes.
I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Well, when your husband's first day back at school is today, you kind of want to be there to support him.
Oh, that's awesome. I saw his hologram on our way here. That was so cool.
She looks at you with the most mortified face. Please don't tell me he wore the rabbit tie.
I wasn't looking at the tie. I was a bit more concerned with the fact that one of the people I was sitting next to was kind of terrifying.
The bat faunus that ran instead of flew?
Yes, that one.
Well, your uncle told me to take a picture of you once you made it, so smile. Click. Well, you better get going or go find your uncle. I gotta go find my two gremlins. Wait, no, they're at school. Okay, we're good.
Good luck, Velvet.
Alright, what do you do now?
Just continuing to calmly walk and hoping I see somebody, but mostly just heading towards the amphitheater.
Ravi. Ravi.
Oh God, Bobby. If you're watching my ass, I'm gonna hit you.
There are multiple different people here of identity that is multiple of all. What do you do?
Ravi, after witnessing the gremlin bolt off and seeing Lapis walk away, he just takes in the sights and lets out a laugh. Well, this is gonna be interesting. And he just takes his time walking to the amphitheater, and you can hear the click of hooves against the stone walkway as he moves.
All right. And
well, I struggle to spell amphitheater.
does anyone need to grab a water or a drink before we go any further?
I have plenty of water, but thank you.
I'm also checking on Isaac's vocal cords.
I have
What the fuck is that voice I did?
Hi, welcome to a voice I used to do 24/7 basically when I voice acted for Homestuck. Hi,
God
I'm
damn.
Tiffany.
You are terrifying.
I fucking love it.
So originally,
Nepeta was supposed to sound more like this.
but then I was like, no, I want to have fun.
Chaos.
And there's probably going to be one of the first shirts made as Chaos.
And
The
also-
face does not
I didn't
match
like-
the voice, and I
no.
love that.
No.
And then-
You guys don't understand. So Terezi is one of the most fucking chaotic characters in Homestuck, and Nebula is literally Terezi and Nimona. You don't understand the fucking chaos that has unlocked with Nebula.
I'm
was
well
not
aware because
expecting
you
Chaos.
hyperfixated
There's
on
a
Homestuck
reason
when
she
we
is
were in high
fixated
school.
on Nora.
I was not expecting that much chaos just from the voice.
And I'm not. And speaking of voices, I'm not gonna lie. It took me. I'm still trying to figure out Ravi, which is why it may have seemed like I may have switched between accents with him.
I think the southern, like, Irish actually kind of worked for you.
You mean
My
like this-
problem is that's lovely. My problem is the fact that Lapis is all the way up here, and my voice is all the way down here, and I'm gonna constantly forget that.
You want to trade ranges?
Right.
Yes.
Wait,
And with that being said,
I mean, I can show off my range real quick.
please
Well,
do,
I
because
think we need to continue.
we're gonna continue because I'm gonna try my best to do a decent voice for this guy that's about to speak to y'all.
Jean!
No guarantee.
I am here for Jean.
You finally make your way into the amphitheater, and there stands Jean Arc. He and his other teachers on the screens around the area where there have been fights, but however, it is showing different fights in the history of the Beacon students. And for those who want to know what the new updated amphitheater looks like, there you go.
Oh,
I'm to wave at Uncle Jean, but like not obscenely. I'm just gonna like politely wave because I know he's busy.
He waved back, but
Ravi just lets out another whistle. Gotta love that Atlas money.
I love all the blue. Also, fuck Atlas. Wait, I didn't say that in character. I just hate Atlas in general. I need to remind myself that this doesn't count.
Jean walks up to the microphone. Hi, I'm glad everyone made it, and no one threw up on the bullhead like I did.
I mean, we may have come a bit close with a certain gremlin who may or may not have tried to hijack the bullhead on the way here.
He doesn't hear you. After a few students laugh, anywho, welcome to Beacon Academy. I am Jean Arc, headmaster of the rebuilt academy. Now, I do understand that there are people and their families who were concerned that we rebuilt the academy. But I will say this. We were able to remove the Grim, and the rebuilding costed a fortune. But thanks to the Hunters and Huntresses for removing the Grim, and the Schnee Dust Company for their generous donation to help rebuild the academy. We hope you enjoy your time here. Now, on to business. Tonight, all of you will be sleeping in the cafeteria. You will go through the same trials that we did. Minus Salem. You will all sleep in the cafeteria tonight. In the morning, your exam will begin. However, I have some business to attend to, so Professor Everett Brewer will lead you to the cafeteria. We hope you enjoy your learning, good luck, and most importantly, have fun. Thank you. And he walks to the side stage and looks at Lapis with a look that says, "Get your ass over here."
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go over there.
Oh yeah, by the way, Ravi, you've been standing beside Lapis this entire time. Mint, Nebula, where roughly have y'all been standing?
Is Nebula all the way up front?
yeah, no, Nebula's like directly up front. She shoved past as many people as possible to get as close as possible.
I guess Mint finally found a way to get up there to Nebula, kind of rein them in, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, Minthe is very tall and slim, and so they're able to move through people pretty easily.
Hang on,
And-
who's taller, Minthe or Ravi? We need official heights for everyone.
Ravi is. I think Ravi was 6'3", but I'm a look.
I don't have an official height for
5'2".
Let me.
I do.
I'm guessing.
I know it's in my character file.
I don't think we ever talked about that, but we got to kick it up a
We'll
gear.
discuss that after. Yeah. Well,
John looks at Lapis and goes, there's a little blue.
Hi, Uncle John.
Finally got you to quit calling me great uncle.
Well, I mean, it's a mouthful. And
Well,
also, it makes you sound old.
hey, I look good for the age I'm at.
You do. But I'm pretty sure you're using hair dye.
No, you know she won't let me.
You're not wrong. So, how's it going there?
Well, to be honest, Erebus found some things that are concerning, but he took care of them before you do your exams tomorrow.
What's concerning?
Just the Grim have been acting more abnormal lately, but they still go down like they should. But anyways, you know my cereal box girl. She's waiting on me in the office. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
And with that, Erebus walks up to the microphone. All right. I know you're all happy. Just know that your entry exam will examine your sense, and your senses will need to be sharp, your weapons aimed true. Myself and others will be observant. Try not to disappoint. And he leads all of you to the cafeteria. It is now nighttime. How is everyone prepping for bed, or what are they doing? We'll start with. I can't believe I'm saying this again. We'll start with Nebula.
Oh, this will be good.
Nebula is scary.
I adore them already.
So do you remember that like infamous Nebula's talking like very quietly, so not many people, unless they're like around her, can hear her. So do you remember that like infamous Nora Valkyrie food fight she had at this campus?
No, Nebula, why?
Hear me out. I could throw up a few constellations, throw a few items. Like I could replicate that story
And make it impossible for anyone to get any sleep.
Hear me out.
I would-
Sinks back down as she realizes how loud she is. Never mind, don't hear me.
I'm just staring at her as I unroll my little sleeping bag. And I'm
Right.
like, okay,
I'm glad you said that,
then.
Lapis. Because on your sleeping bag is a spray painted face pulling the eyelid down and sticking their tongue out of your mentor. She got you again.
God
I-
damn it, I scream!
Do you holler that?
Please say that was a character.
Well, okay, no, I say, gosh darn it, ice cream, because Lapis doesn't curse, and I keep forgetting that.
All the other three players, you do hear this.
Ravi's like, either you're lactose intolerant, or there's a funny story going on here.
It's it's the person who trained me. She's kind of a prankster.
You got trained by ice cream?
No. That's one of the nicknames I have for her because she has a very
That didn't answer my
interesting
question, but I'll take it.
I also call her the Shadow Man.
No, that's Minthe.
Then
Real quick, Mint, roll me a flat 20.
Alright, give me a second.
You're right. Lapis is 5'2".
3. Fucking 3.
That face looks familiar, like from an aged wanted poster, but you can't put a face name to the face.
The poster.
Damn.
Would anyone else like to attempt a history check?
I would also. Was that
I-
just a flat, or are we adding perception again?
No, this is a flat 20.
Okay.
Isaac, are you rolling as well?
Yeah. It's just a 20, right?
Yeah, flat 20.
6.
Isaac probably, well, Nebula probably has to go off of what I said because Nebula can't see.
Yeah.
8,
What'd you say, Justin?
18.
Real quick, Nebula, you can't make heads or tails of this. You're
Technically, again, she's been talking. She has echolocation.
fair. Ravi, I need to ask you this before I answer. Are you actually
What?
by a lapis looking at the sleeping bag?
Yes.
The face on there is that of Neapolitan.
Oh, she's familiar. That's that Neo chick from the wanted posters, ain't it?
Oh, yeah, that's why I call her the Shadow Man. She's got a reputation. I think the bat over there does too.
Ravi just gives a shrug, and he's like, we all got our pasts, baby blue. I ain't judging.
As you are all talking, another person walks out, and a deep voice goes, "Go to bed. You're gonna be up early."
Before she can say anything, Minthe puts their hand over Nebula's mouth to make sure she doesn't respond.
And if
All right.
I'm just gonna
Specifically
grab a
say no.
cute little doll out of my bag and then get into my sleeping bag and snuggle up with the doll.
Ravi just throws his shirt off, ends up pulling something out of his bag, which happens to be a big clump of hay, and just kind of throws it down.
Is he seriously sleeping on hay?
Feels like home.
I don't want to make a comment on that because I feel like it won't come out right. I'm just gonna respectfully stare at your chest.
You can stare with as much or as little respect as you like, baby blue.
Nebula just slowly removes Mint's hand from her mouth.
One, that's absolutely disgusting. Two, I can't sleep. I'm a bat. I'm nocturnal.
well, then the voice responds again. Well, I'd guess your exam's gonna be a little bit harder than it is for everyone else. Now lay there and be still. Others are trying to rest.
Let's see a timer. See how long it takes you to break. Let's see. I'll bet 10 minutes. Minthe bet her, and she legitimately just decided to go on to spite him.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And with that being said, we're gonna fast forward. It's the next morning. As vines grow from the floor and open up the curtains, letting the light in.
I got everyone's heights and general information, by the way.
Thank you.
If
Yay.
anyone needs that information.
Look at that full height difference. Full foot height difference.
Oh, Ravi was 6'1". That
Yes.
It's fucking tiny. Oh my god.
Yeah, but how itty bitty. I knew she was itty bitty, but I didn't know she was itty bitty.
He is mini.
Like I knew Lapis was taller than Nebula and that they were the shortest, but I couldn't remember who was taller between Minthe and Ravi, just that they were both obscenely tall.
Yeah, I
It has
mean,
a-
it fits Nebula's gremlin energy.
You'll find out while
She's
why-
short. She's
so-
shorter to hell. Of course she's evil.
Anyways, there stands a woman with a katana on her back.
I can't. Oh, please continue. I'm just in pain.
You're good. There stands a woman in black, going and she also has a katana on her back as well. Goes, look, I know y'all had some good sleep, but it is time. Please get your gear, get your armor, and meet outside at the cliffside of the Emerald Forest. Thank you. And she walks off.
Well, I suppose that's our cue. Ravi gets out his helmet and his bow staff and ends up just grabbing everything and getting ready to move.
The boys are directed to one side of the building to go to the men's locker room. The ones who identify as female to the female side. And the ones who prefer neither have their own. Who goes to which ones?
Ravi's in the men's. The masculine one. Yeah.
I'm heading towards the feminine one because Lapis does identify as female. One of my few characters that I play in a TTRPG that does.
Minthe is probably heading towards the neither identifier.
You're in neither today.
Yes.
Okay.
Nebula,
Does
where?
somebody have a car in the background?
See, Nebula would want to go into like the neither or like whatever just to follow Minthe. However, she does go to the females or the
Feminine, yeah.
feminine.
Look, I didn't know how else to word it. I
Also-
did the best I could.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Gender neutral. It's gender neutral. So
Thank
my
you.
hair is an absolute mess, and I'm looking around like I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, huh? Okay. I'm just like dragging my bag.
Alrighty.
Ravi
Nebula,
looks like
Nebula,
Oh, sorry.
we're gonna go to you. What are you doing, dare I ask?
Dare I ask?
Believe it or not, Nebula is just standing awkwardly in a corner because she's not sure what to do without Minthe.
Oh,
I
that breaks
bump
my
into-
heart.
I bump
He's like-
into her because I'm too tired to know where I'm going.
Nebula kind of like jumps a little bit and looks around because she hasn't spoken a word since walking into the room.
So she can see shit.
So she can't quite see where she is. And she just kind of. She still doesn't, like, a little afraid to speak almost. Her anxiety's starting to kick in now that she's away from her friend. Because she's kind of like, trying to, like, get some kind of sound to see where she is, but still isn't sure.
You good?
What?
Are you
Oh,
good?
cute.
Yeah, I'm really, really sleepy. Are you okay?
No, yeah, I'm fine. I don't know what to do without Minthe. Apparently, we don't normally part ways since meeting. Help!
Do Do you need help? I
Yeah.
can help. Okay.
Surprisingly, yes, I do.
Okay. Let's find a privacy spot and I will help. Okay.
Ren,
Uh-huh.
for that gesture of kindness, put a note down that you have 1 point of inspiration.
Yay.
All right, we'll leave you two alone for a second. Oh dear God.
It'll go fine. I'm the voice of reason in this party. Well, I'm one of the voices of reason.
Minthe,
I'm one of the normal ones.
Minthe, there's
Yeah.
about 4 other people there, and you can tell some of them have bro energy, but they're all just getting their weapons ready, getting their armor on. What are you doing?
Minthe starts taking, doing their traditional check, taking their weapon from stage to stage to make sure everything's like functioning properly. And then kind of keeping an ear out more for what's going on around them. Like not for no malicious reason, but they're just like eavesdropping on the conversations or any other like talking around them, so they can get an idea of what's going on. They expect not to be able to too much because everyone's. I mean, it's like it's not that many people in there, so. But
Well,
they're keeping not directly interacting yet.
one of them looks at you and goes, "Are you the one that is best friends with the bat, Faunus?"
The one who's yet to show off her wingspan.
Yeah, that
Yeah, fortunately.
one. She seems like she has good gremlin energy. That could be useful if someone ever needed that kind of power.
I would say she's a great distraction from everything else that's going on. But she also knows not to follow the laws of those who don't concern her, let's say. So I don't know if chaos is exactly your strong suit. It's not easy to rely on, though she has her moments.
Well, best of luck to y'all. Hopefully y'all wind up working together. The next person we're gonna go to is Ravi.
Alright. As he gets into the locker room, Ravi is just doing, well, a bit of what
Ravi do?
Minthe was doing, checking over his weapons, making sure everything's functioning all right. Which is especially important considering the oversized spiked pumpkin helmet also has a flamethrower in it.
Of course it does.
Yeah. My weapon. Most Ruby weapons are a 2-parter. Mine's a 4-parter, technically 5.
Only because God was generous.
God was very generous.
And I thank that God for not having it, for being merciful.
All right.
But yeah, Ravi's just checking that out and listening in for anything interesting.
It's, for lack of a better term, there are a lot of guys who have Chad energy.
They probably smell like Axe body spray.
Some of them do, yes.
Ravi holds his nose for a second, very thankful that he was born a horse and not something with super heightened sense of smell.
Good for you.
As you are all getting ready to go, y'all hear a doo-dee-dee. Please, all first-year students, please report to the cliffside. Thank you.
I would like to point out that at some time I did tune my violin.
Okay.
So, y'all make your way to the cliffside. There stands Sean Ark, Erebus Brewer, Talia Everest, and Onyx Black.
I wave at the two people I know.
Erebus looks at you and goes, "Yeah, Velvet told me she saw you yesterday."
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm looking forward to this part.
Yeah, I've heard about this part.
Sean,
I'm not looking forward to this part.
you just see Talia thump him in the ear. Really, brother, you had to ruin the fun, didn't you? Jean goes, anyways, students, there ain't a whole lot of you. However, the entry exam will be done the same way it was to us. You will be launched into the Emerald Forest. The first person you lock eyes with is the person who will be your teammate for your time here at Beacon Academy. Your goal is to make it to the center and find the treasure piece and bring it back up the mountain. Are there any questions?
I just look very, very nervous because I don't like the idea of being literally launched out of a cannon.
All back together? Like, is everyone in the vicinity, or are we still segmented?
No, y'all are all together.
Okay, cool.
Hey.
And I'm like standing next to Nebula because I was making sure that she was okay while in the
Well, the
locker
question
room.
is, are you standing next to Nebula, or are you standing next to a nebula-shaped cloud of dust as she's she's run towards me?
Well, I was standing next to Nebula.
Yeah, the moment everyone got together again, she beelined it to find Nebula, or not Nebula, find Minthe. Like, she's like chirping and making all sorts of noises, like maneuvering through people to just find her target.
Like a puppy.
She
Like a big
is.
puppy.
I feel like at this point,
I
No,
mean,
like this is me actually saying this in character. She's like a puppy.
well,
I feel like at this point, Minthe has realized that they need to help Nebula find them. It's just kind of sticking their hand up in the air, like they have, as if they have a question, but they don't. They're just trying to make themselves look different enough from the people around them that when she does try to, like, hear/see them, she sees something out of place and goes to that. That's their hope.
We need a ship name for them.
yes.
Anyway, please continue, Joe.
John looks at all of you and goes, I just want to make you all aware that we all did this. We have tested the upgraded system using our willing subject, Mr. Professor Everest. Willingly is a very suggestive term there, Blondie. Your landing is on you. You gotta find a way to land safely.
Well, so I'm
Um,
guessing this is why we had to sign waivers before we applied.
Well, no one told you about the getting shot out of the cannon?
we
I was
were.
told about getting shot out of the cannon.
I thought they was kidding.
I
Technically,
knew
they
they
did
weren't
tell
kidding.
us. Sorry. Technically, we are facing dangers akin to what a huntsman would face.
You know what? Fair enough.
To be fair, I knew they weren't kidding because I have several family members who went here.
I believe that is called nepotism.
That's when John chimes in.
Not necessarily.
Actually, there were several of our several employees and teachers whose siblings and family members did not get in. We did not allow nepotism. We forced our way to be those who are able to be qualified on their own merit.
Sir, I appreciate and respect what you're trying to tell me. However, I have spent too much of my life under the assumption that not everyone knows exactly what makes them flawed. I appreciate you telling me that you do not encourage nepotism. However, I
understand.
reasons not to believe you.
You tried dealing with the sneeze for years.
Oh, I bet they were different.
Only like... What is that, Nebula?
He's dealt with me. They've dealt with me.
As you said that, you were the first one launched.
Yes!
Oh yeah, finally! And like as Nebula's launched, the full wingspan just emerges.
Well,
How big is the wing? How big is the wing, Isaac? How big is the wing?
16 feet wingspan. 16-foot wingspan.
Oh my god.
holy shit.
Onyx Black goes, well, that's certainly something.
There's a reason she hasn't used her wings. Though she does often forget.
And as everyone, there's
Well, we know how she's landing.
about 5 more that get launched. And Everest is looking at Ravi.
Alright. Rob?
Why do I smell monkey on you?
Well,
I have
Well-
water in my mouth.
well, depends. Well, I could ask why you smell like wet dog, but that
Everett
But then
presses
again-
the button as soon as you say wet dog.
and Ravi in midair, Ravi has a crazy idea.
Oh dear
He-
God.
He takes off the Pyrojack helmet, straps it onto his back, and rigs the flamethrower to be a jetpack.
Oh dear God. Justin, you're gonna have to roll a flat 20 to make this happen.
Okay.
Anyway, while he's doing that, I am just laughing my ass off. I'm no longer nervous. I'm just laughing my ass off. at the fact that
17.
He got launched after that.
You barely have enough time to set the jetpack to go off just to give you a little bit more of a graceful landing.
Oh, well, I can't believe that worked.
Mint,
Yeah.
Talia looks at you and goes,
Yeah.
I want to hear you play if you make it.
If you make it, you're not gonna die. People don't usually die. People don't die during this.
Are you certain? I believe
I
there's
haven't
a
heard of
precedent
someone
there.
dying during the entrance exam. I haven't heard of someone dying during this.
Your
Then
uncle,
So that's
potentially.
a good sign.
John just whistles as Nebula Minthe gets lobbed into the forest.
Good luck.
And then immediately you're lobbed as well, Lapis.
I cannot say that with a straight face.
So we're gonna do this. It's already been predetermined who you're going to meet.
Alright.
We're gonna first off, we got some important questions to ask. We've already answered it for Ravi. Minthe, how the fuck are you landing?
Minthe keeps an eye. Okay, well, this is gonna rely on asking a certain question. Are there any bodies of water that they can see from the air?
Yes.
Cool. Minthe, mid-flight pulls out one of the like satchels on their outfit thingy, sticks their hand into one of their pockets, and uses the water that's in their pockets. It's a watertight seal because they have to use water all the time to do this, and uses their semblance to transport themselves from the water in their pocket to the water in whatever body of water you
Roll a d20.
All right.
Who's having fun?
That is a semblance. I'm having tons of fun, and that is a semblance roll.
Yes. Which, Ren, explain how, for the people at home and for us, explain how the semblance rolls work.
You ask me that as my brain goes completely blank on that because the last time I read the book was like about a month ago. All I remember is that you roll it and then you add the semblance part to it, which is a stat that is determined at one point, like mine's willpower, so my semblance stat is 6.
I believe, Minthe, yours is discipline, correct? Because that it should be your highest stat.
I think. Well, then agility would be my highest stat.
Add your agility
Yeah, I
number
know.
to it.
Oh, okay.
I definitely have that in your notes, by the way.
Oh, okay,
I'm gonna
cool.
open yours real quick.
My
Yeah, your
my-
stat is agility for your aquaport.
okay, so my roll is 16 plus 5. Then is going to be 21.
You do this
Yes, but you
gracefully.
Very gracefully. You also use up some aura points when you do that.
Yeah, take away 2 aura points, please.
That was the part that I wasn't remembering. What did I do with the lid of my water?
Lapis,
Yes, dear.
you got a problem.
Why do I have a problem?
How are you landing?
Well, that's not a problem. I knew that was coming up. And you want to know something funny? I did not have an answer for that until we were like lining up for this, and then I was like, "Oh wait, I could do this." Anyway, I'm going to get out Eurydice, and because I'm still panicking at this point, but I'm like taking a deep breath and trying to focus. I'm readying Eurydice, and I'm waiting until I'm like I'm like a little bit from the ground, like not about to fall, but about tree length, because the trees are really, really high up. And then I'm going to start using the energy blasts to break my fall.
You do that, and as you do, you land near a particular body of water.
Yay! As long as I didn't break bones. Or
You didn't.
Eurydice, that would be sad.
You didn't. But we are going to go to Nebula. How do you land in Nebula with them big ass wings?
Falling with style.
She's gracefully flying.
Yeah, just gracefully flying.
Yeah, just gracefully flying, and she kind of has to like stop herself because she had too much momentum by being, fucking launched. So she has to kind of like gain a little bit of just. I'm stoned. What's the word? Not as much speed.
Momentum.
And okay, so I was right. Momentum. And trying to land, and she does try to land like a normal person, just on the ground, standing.
All right. And we've already discussed how Ravi landed. So time for me to unleash chaos on you all.
Okay, let's do it.
Minthe,
Yeah.
as you pop out of the water, you lock eyes with Lapis.
Hi.
What's up? The Minthe just continuing to like hover in the water, just their like the top of their head out of the water, looking at Lapis.
This is my violin.
The beautiful instrument. I prefer the viola myself.
Oh, the viola is great. I didn't take too much to it. I prefer the violin, but I know a couple of other instruments.
As a true musician should.
Yes. I like this one because the bow's slightly bigger, and with Eurydice, I turned the bow into a stabby. By that I mean a rapier.
It's very impressive.
Yes, so if anyone gets too close, I can stab them.
What's what's y'all's plan?
Well, Minthe now, because Lapis is there, Minthe is just gonna kind of wait until Lapis takes a move.
I guess we just walk around until something happens.
Are you requesting my company?
Well, I mean, we're kind of the first people that we met. That's kind of how this works. We're a team now.
Seems like it. But you never know. Maybe you were disappointed. Anyway.
No. I don't feel disappointed. You seemed like a cool person.
Oh, a touch gullible.
Oh.
I like the way you dress, at least.
Thank you.
And your accent is cool.
What was that?
And your accent is cool.
Yes, Nebula used to have something similar, and then it turned into that. So I always have to hear that one day I'm going to wake up with her voice.
Nebula terrifies me.
That is fair. She is quite capable of terror when she wants to be.
That being said, speaking of Nebula, as you land, you just see this looks like a boulder, but it's more of a horse faunus just tumble through the limbs and land at your feet, looking up at you.
There's a little bit of static on her end, but essentially you saw Ravi in his boulder form just tumble to the ground. I don't know how else to simplify it.
Ravi used boulder.
You know, the best part about that was that was Nebula's reaction. She was having confusion.
Shit. Ravi just looks up at Nebula and he's like, I can't. With those wings, I can't tell if you're an angel or demon, so I can't exactly tell which afterlife I'm in.
Boo!
I'm so scared for her to speak.
Nebula just kind of positions herself to where her the sun's kind of is it daytime?
Yes.
So this kind of behind her, she changes her position a little bit, so you can't all really see her in Ravi's position. She's very confused, but plays along with what he says, and just kind of moves her wings a little bit to kind of appear almost angelic.
Oh my god!
And just even bows a little bit to just kind of play the part of being angelic, and just I can be both if you like.
You know, Ravi gets up and then he just kind of smirks. You know, I like you. I like your energy. You're gonna be fun.
As long as you don't stop me from committing crimes, we won't have a problem.
Be gay, do crime.
You know? Yeah, like I said about the ice cream lady, I ain't judging.
I still don't know who the fuck that is, but okay.
Oh,
Don't want to know.
She sells ice cream.
We'll talk. That's a story we'll probably save for when we're not in a most likely grim-infested forest.
Definitely grim-infested forest.
Oh, y'all are gonna love this. We're gonna start.
No, we're not.
We're gonna start with Lapis and Mint. You've made
Wait,
your.
real quick.
What's up?
Can we take like a quick, just like, water break?
I kind of figured you needed one from after talking like that, so that's why I jumped to Mint and Lapis.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. You guys haven't paid attention to it, but I haven't done that voice in so fucking long that my voice is fluctuating between being more just masculine toned in that, like, kind of tone of voice and more feminine. And so it's struggling.
Last time I heard you use
don't-
that voice was when
Huh?
we were in high school.
Yeah, that was when I was, like, heavily voice acting for Homestuck.
You don't have to stick with a voice that hurts
No,
you.
because I have to keep up the voice until I get an opportunity for Nebula to show her real voice.
Okay,
all
you do
fun.
that.
All right.
I keep dropping my dice. Okay.
With that being said, we're gonna move to Nebula. No, not Nebula. We just got through with you. Mint and Lapis. Y'all have made your way a little bit closer to the center of the Emerald Forest, where the treasure is. Any fun conversations?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's treasure. I totally forgot there's treasure.
It's been
Me
a
totally
long
forgetting
time.
the whole point of that. Yeah, listen. Lapis might be smart. I am not. Anyway, regardless of my intelligence versus hers, she's still nervous, so it's just going to be lightly humming.
Mint and Lapis. I need you both to make me a perception check.
A perception check?
Uh
No
huh.
perception check. Very lightly humming and just summon the snake. My perception is my perception is
Nat 20! Nat 20!
oh shit!
Nat 20!
Good for you, because apparently I'm so nervous I rolled a 10.
Damn. Wait,
What I
So-
get for using Calypso's dice.
what's your perception stat?
Mine?
Lapis.
My perception stat is a 1 and I rolled a 9.
Oh, I thought you rolled a 10.
I also thought I rolled a 10.
I rolled a 9 and I added my 1.
Uh,
I was
you
looking
said-
at my stat.
No, you said
Hey,
roll
hey,
a 10. My bad.
Lapis, you don't hear anything. Mint, something's moving in them trees.
I'm dead.
What's our current position with like Mint and Lapis? Like, are they
Y'all are side by side.
okay? And is Lapis are we just walking or are we like
Y'all are
like, what's
walking. Lapis, what are you doing besides humming? Do you have your weapon ready, or are you just hands in the pockets?
I do have Eurydice ready because I know there are Grim here, and I am very nervous because of that.
Okay, so there's rustling in the trees. Mint gives Lapis a bit of a nudge on like the upper arm, and be like, and nods kind of towards the bushes, putting their finger over their lips.
And I stop humming.
And with that, we're going to transition back to Nebula and Ravi, because there's someone needs to take care of something right quick. Nebula and Ravi, what are you two doing?
Ravi is
Just pinch my nipple.
Ravi is going to listen around for anything out of the ordinary.
Everything's out of the ordinary for you. You're in a forest.
You know what? Fair enough. Okay, let me rephrase. I want to listen around for anything that you would normally not hear in a damn forest.
All right, while you do that, Nebula, what are you doing with your new horse ally?
Nebula is in her element. She's in the forest.
She's doing a bop.
She's kind of just like chilling. She expects like things to happen, but she's not too worried about it because her like biggest fear at the moment is not being able to find Mint. So is kind of just like, it's cool, it's a forest, whatever. Let's go, horse boy. I gotta find my friend.
Well, no arguments here.
Funny you should say that.
Oh God.
Nebula, Ravi, perception check, please.
Ayo.
And with that being said, also, Nebula, roll with advantage.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Bitch.
I got
Right.
18.
All right. You both hear. I'm gonna do Nebula. You're first. Nebula, you hear something moving in them trees as well. Ravi, you know this growl all too well.
It's Shia.
Oh, fuck you, Fred.
Just do it. No. Is there anything you would like to say, warn, or do, you two?
Ravi sticks his helmet back on his head and pulls out his staff, and he's like, "Oh, that's a noise I don't like."
Nebula?
Nebula's kind of like turned away from like where the sound came from, but her bat ears, they kind of like flicker into the direction of the sound, and is like trying to like listen closely to see if it's like familiar sounds, hoping it's her friend, but isn't like preparing her weapon or anything. She's just trying to confirm if it's Minthe or not.
With that being said, what jumps out of those trees is a Beowulf.
All right, let's get
That
this
does
show. Let's
that
get this
does not
show on
French.
the road.
With that being said, Nebula, Ravi, roll initiative.
All right. Is it just a flat 20 or
We're
are we
doing flat
adding, like,
20s.
Okay. Good, because I was gonna say if we were adding agility, mine's a 0. 2.
3.
Okay,
Go! We need this thing to roll a 1.
so the lineup is the Beowulf, Nebula, Ravi.
I hope you guys like being heated.
We're going to start with the Beowulf going up to Ravi and hitting the helmet.
All right. Okay, so how does... It's been a bit since I've read the book. How does...
It don't matter. It got a nat 1.
Oh, fair. How does hitting / armor class work here?
It just wants to see if there's anybody home.
So the way I'm doing it is it has to beat your aura.
All right.
Your base aura is your AC. Keep that in mind.
All right. My base aura. Oh, all right. In that case, mine's an 11.
It doesn't matter. I need you to roll it. The damage for the spikes on the helmet.
Okay. Oh wait, are you damaging my helmet, or am I spikes damaging the Beowulf?
Your spikes are damaging the Beowulf.
Okay, what do I roll for damage here?
You? I'm gonna slap him.
It's been a while since I've read a good number of us have read the book. Is it a?
I'm trying to find your character sheet.
Yeah, I got it.
What do you need to see? I actually just opened it because I wanted to add in the AC note.
His
Hi. Is
I mean, like, what dice do I roll for damage?
fuck it, 2d6.
Okay.
because if we're talking about his weapon or his semblance, if you're
Because it was
using if you're using melee, it's strength and endurance, which is a 9. If you're using ranged, it's agility and willpower, which is 3.
Yeah. It would be
how much damage is it taking?
I rolled on the 2d6. I got 6.
Okay.
Would that just be flat, or would my strength modifier be added to it?
It's flat because it did it to itself.
Fair.
I would like to point out that both of you on the Google Docs, I don't know which is which, but one of you popped in as anonymous squirrel and the other as anonymous grizzly. And I find that ironic. Whoever is the squirrel is the one who popped in first.
I'm the grizzly then. Okay, Nebula, you're up.
That's fitting.
Nebula immediately sees it and is kind of like, hang on, rephrase. Nebula like kind of like turns as she like hears the sound of the creature like hitting Ravi's helmet. Thank you. Helmet, and is kind of just like, what the fuck is going on? And just like kind of sees it and just immediately jumps back and ready, like reaches behind her and like pulls out her twin fans.
Alrighty. What do you want to do? Or is that all you can do for right now?
That's all she can do. She's waiting for an attack.
Ravi!
Alright. Ravi is going to do what he do and get this Beowulf a bit more acquainted with Pyrojack's spikes and headbutt the bitch. So that is going to be a D20 plus 9 because strength and endurance. Well,
What is it?
that flew, but I got it that one. I critically whiffed, don't I?
Are you
Looks like
are you
we're gonna
trying?
make some glue, guys?
Did you try to
What is
headbutt
this?
him? Did you try to headbutt him again?
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna have fun with you at your expense. The
I'd
Beowulf,
be insulted again.
the Beowulf jumps back as you do this, and you basically ostrich your head into the ground.
Wow.
Wow, that's impressive. You're tall.
And with that, it's the Beowulf's turn again.
Alright.
He goes towards Nebula and tries to claw you. Pull up the numbers again because I accidentally got rid of them. 5 does an 8 does a 8 go ahead.
Nebula kind of. Oh wait, no. What were you gonna say?
He's
Yeah.
attacking.
What were you gonna say? Because you were attacking.
Does an 8 hit? Does it meet or beat your aura level? Your base aura stat?
You said it's an 8 hit?
Yes.
Yes.
14. So
Because-
What? That's
Wow.
You're able to avoid the
Oh, yeah.
attack.
well,
You're up.
Nebula avoids the attack by opening very quickly opening her fans and kind of using them as like a shield, crossing her wrists over each other, kind of to extend her fans a bit. Jumping back even further. She still isn't quite sure what to do, but now that there's an attack, she's trying to think of a plan, but she's a little too distracted by her teammate or her new teammate being an ostrich and not helping.
God damn it.
Bro, can you do me a favor and help? You're not a fucking bird. I thought you were a horse.
I'm trying my best here.
That was completely muffled, by the way, because you were in the ground.
Ravi as an ostrich is going to become one of our first memes.
God. You know what? Worth.
How do you spell? Okay, that's how you spell ostrich. Thank you, autocorrect. Still don't know
So
how
are
to
you? Do
spell
you have any?
amphitheater, though.
Are you going to be attacking Nebula or no?
Are you just defense?
Nebula's gonna stay on defense,
All right,
hoping she can keep blocking.
Ravi, roll me a flat 20 quickly.
Okay. 18.
You for lack of a better term, you pull your head out of the dirt. I mean your ass. I mean the dirt.
I say this lovingly, fuck you. All right. So, now it is my turn, I'm guessing, or did
Yes, it
Nebula
is.
already do it? All right. Ravi's going to try a different tactic. Pull out his last ride staff and try to whack him with it, which is going to be another +9.
Do it.
All right. That is going to be a 17 plus 9, which is a
You hit.
26, I think. Damn.
Roll damage and add a d6.
So 3d6, ballin'.
That word is banned from this campaign.
Yes. Worth it.
No, it ain't.
Okay, that's going to be 12, 14.
Hey, Justin, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you want to do it?
Whoa! We're Matthew Mercering this.
Okay, for this, can I for this, can I do the for a bit of creative liberty, can I use the secret 5th part of my weapon combo
No.
that I told you about? Damn it. It was the combining the thing into the mace.
Oh, that, yes. I thought that was base form of the weapon.
The mace is basically Ravi wanting to vindicate himself from that little incident. Slams Pyro Jack onto the ground, neck hole facing to the sky, jams the staff into the neck hole, and you hear a click. They lock into place, forming a gigantic war club,
Mace.
which Ravi uses mace, essentially. And Ravi caves this, just swings this thing with the anger of a horse that you just tried pulling on its tail, and just swings at full force at this Beowulf.
With that, the Beowulf crumbles to dust. I'm gonna jump to Lapis and Mint.
Minthe
Y'all heard all this.
How far away are
The
we from
fight?
it?
Do what, Mint?
The fight?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, are we close to it, or like?
Y'all are with earshot. It's to y'all's right. That's what you heard, Mint.
What did I hear?
You heard that whole fight go down.
Sorry, I heard you like when you spoke through there's some static and I thought you said ask what you hear and I was anyway.
You were like, I don't know.
He was,
I don't know what's going on.
he was saying that we heard the fight.
You heard the fight, yes. Okay. Which meant that I probably heard Nebula at the beginning there. So Mint kind of gives Lapis like a look, not really like a. It's a very like kind of narrowed eyes. I'm not sure if I really like want to say come with me, but I'm going. So like if we're supposed to stay together, you're gonna kind of have to come with me. They just do like a little bit of like that middle, the line face, the like.
That one I have, the one I have in mind.
Just gonna take off in the direction of the fight.
Lapis.
I'm definitely following. I don't want to be with whatever was in the bushes.
As y'all all four meet up, you're in the clearing where the treasure is.
Oh, cool. Neat.
Does that mean we see each other?
Yes.
Mint as upon seeing Nebula, immediately slaps their hands over their ears and says, "Hey, Nebula."
Yay, nothing bad happened. I'm gonna immediately regret saying that.
Yet.
Okay, so
So Mint just they started the clearing. Mint put his hands over his ears to block any sound that might be about to happen, and just called out, "Hey, Nebula."
Please don't go too loud with it. We do have people who probably will be listening with headphones in.
Yeah.
Yes, me. Oh, speaking of which, I need to double
Touch
check.
this and plugs his ear.
Yes, my headphone is at 26%. Thank you for reminding me about headphones.
So, Nebula, how do you react to your name being called? Oh, dear God.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Turning my volume down.
So the moment Nebula hears, so is the thing still there? Like, is she still playing defense?
Yeah, you're still playing. The Grim is gone. It got turned into atoms.
Okay, good,
Got atomized.
perfect.
Oh no.
Yep.
Nebula is still kind of like standing there in defense mode. Like, she watched the Grim like get turned into atoms, but she still wasn't quite sure what happened due to her not entirely being able to see. Like, she saw like the general area, she knows where she is and like what's going on because of the previous noises, but now she's just kind of only being able to like stare at Mint and just like like with very pleading eyes.
Oh.
Surprised it wasn't allowed. Mint pulls their hands down and immediately runs over to her.
Ravi, Lapis, y'all see each other as well.
What?
I just kind of like lightly wave.
Ravi just
Hi.
Ravi just takes off his helmet and wait, he wasn't wearing the helmet earlier. Never mind. Ravi just gives a playful smirk and he's like, "So we meet again, baby blue."
I am awkwardly holding a violin like it is a small child.
So, y'all see the treasure. What's the plan?
I feel like when the second we touch that, something is going to happen. So we should be ready.
So this is one treasure per group? Per pair, I mean?
There's 2 items left.
Oh. What are the items?
A white rook and a black rook.
Oh. Chess pieces.
Uh,
Oh, like in the game.
Yeah.
In the game. I'm awake. I was there.
well, I can't help but feel slightly bummed that there weren't any knight pieces left, but that might just be a bit of bias talking.
I mean, if you want, we can play chess later, but I will warn you, I suck.
Careful. He might steal all your knight pieces.
I wouldn't be opposed. I really do suck.
I mean,
All right.
On
I
the
mean,
while those two are like catching up, Minthe and Nebula are sneaking towards the treasures, and like I'm assuming you, by what you just said, Nebula has a hand over one.
Yeah, just like has already like snuck towards the treasure, just like pretending like they're a part of the conversation, so the other two wouldn't really notice. Hopefully, and like Minthe already was like not Minthe. Nebula was already like reaching for one, has her hand over one, about to grab it, and is just like, so do I.
do we have to roll perception to notice this?
You know what? Yeah.
Roll perception,
All
please.
right.
Perception is a 1.
22.
19.
Oh god.
They both see you doing this, Nebula.
Like, you can grab it. You
Bet.
can grab it.
No, like before Nebula, like or not before Nebula
Ow,
could like finish plotting and like gets the go ahead from Lapis. She like before Lapis can even finish her sentence, she's like bet and like snatches it up as quickly as possible.
As soon as she does that, she grabs the other one.
And I'm rolling perception again because I'm immediately now looking around to see if something just happened.
Same.
I see nothing.
I got.
Looking
You got a
up,
what,
the sky-
Justin?
The sky is pretty today.
I got an 18 total for that perception check to see if anything happened.
got a
Oh, that giggling.
I got a 3.
Ren, Lapis, pretty sky.
That's what I said. I look up, the sky is pretty today. I'm actually going to say that. I'm like, the sky is really pretty today. That cloud's shaped like a bunny.
So,
It's a bunny.
as you 4 are grouping up, Ravi, you hear a hissing.
Oh, that. Oh, I'm guessing that ain't just a regular old garter snake.
You want to warn your allies?
I think we may have company.
Minthe pulls out their weapon and tucks the rook into their belt or pocket or something. Just
Nervous Lapis activate. Just immediately readies Eurydice. Like you just see a very nervous Blue looking like they're getting ready to play for their lives.
Yeah. Ravi throws on his helmet and readies his staff again.
Nebula?
so, she wouldn't be defensive anymore.
No, Mint's with her, so she's fine now. Surprisingly, she can bounce
So-
around very-
This is look in pictures, you guys. This is
Okay.
this is what slides out.
Oh god, we get both of them. Fuck.
That's one Grim. But it's not just one King Taiju.
Oh, fuck.
It's
There's-
2.
Why?
4 of them?
Technically
It's
4. It's 4 heads, 2 bodies.
I find it funny that you felt the need to send the picture twice.
This will give you more
I love
anxiety.
it. It's both of them.
I hate you.
Minthe moves in front of not Lapis. Minthe moves in front of Nebula.
I'm gonna like call out to everyone, but not like too loud to like maybe agitate the snakes. Like, I'm gonna let you guys know this right now. I play music, it boosts semblance. Just saying.
Well, well then, I'm. Let's give him a show.
I can do that.
As you four are getting ready, you hear the cannon go off 4 times. In front of you lands Professor Erebus, Talia, Oryx, and a snake faunus known as Professor Yorman. And before anyone asks, yes, as in Jormungandr, he is the tallest of the group at 6'8".
Hi.
Kids,
Well,
kids, I suggest y'all take the back way. There's no Grim that way. Go now.
well,
Eh,
I. Well, I.
Just like
Wardar-
already I'm already moving. Don't have to ask me twice.
Mint picks up Nebula around the waist and just kind of like hoists her over their shoulder and runs away.
Ravi also books it, following the rest of his team.
I'll explain why that happened when we get through. Y'all make your way back up, and we're gonna skip a little bit, and y'all are back at the amphitheater. And last but certainly not least, and I'm reading the names off of Discord. Minthe Clove, Lapis Kata Arc, Ravi Crane, and Nebula Craft. You four received the rook pieces. Though you were not able to fight the two King Taijus,
Taijutsu.
Taijitsu.
however, you did show bravery and prepared to fight them. Your team will be known as Team MRLN, led by Minthe Clove.
Oh no.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, Mint literally that was Mint. That's Mint under their breath going, "Oh no."
As this is going on, the 4 teachers that went in to help y'all come back and they look like they've been in a fucking fight.
Honestly, that was pretty quick, but are you guys okay?
It's been 3 hours. Erebus growls and Velvet just walks over and thumps him. I'm glad you are safe.
I was assuming they came in like immediately after us.
No.
Oh, okay.
And with
Damn.
that being said, ladies, gentlemen, frogs, that is
And
the
turtles.
and sea turtles. This is the end of episode 1 of MRLN Misadventures. I hope you all enjoyed. I want to give a big shout out to my friends who were willing to put up with me being the DM. I'm gonna go down the order in the call. We're gonna start with the person who's playing Lapis Kota Art, aka Ren the Turtle on YouTube.
Hello, give me one sec. I was finishing up my notes here because I've been taking notes throughout this whole thing, which is why I sometimes seem a little distracted because sometimes I'm trying to figure out how to spell amphitheater.
Is there anything you want to say to the viewers?
Yes. Hello, welcome to the chaos. I have my own channel, Ren the Turtle on YouTube. It's going to be linked through here. And there's nothing posted on it right now because I've never posted a video in my life. But we will be posting like behind the scenes stuff through there. And I'm probably going to start up a brand new TikTok just for this to post stuff on there as well. And when that happens, we'll also link that to here. So yeah, we're gonna have fun and just make this a whole thing. I really looking forward to this, and I hope everyone is gonna enjoy it.
Next up, we have the person who plays the gremlin child of the group, Icarus Tragedy, who plays Nebula Craft. The floor.
Hi. How are you?
Uh,
Your voice, that voice, I hope you realize that.
I am. I'm gonna be mad about it.
I can't wait to sing as Lapis.
I just can't wait. I can't wait to reveal Nebula's actual voice.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you want to say to the viewers?
Don't follow me.
Never listen to Nebula's advice. Never, ever.
I have a note somewhere in here called "Be Gay, Do Crime." Is there a way we can upload? Is there a way we can upload the notes to where public can view them too?
Yeah, we can make it a Google Doc that they can only view instead of edit.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
We can probably do that for the journals as well.
That is true. Next up, playing the yin to Nebula's yang, Minthe Clove, played by Nyx. Truly.
Nixternally.
Nixternally.
It's like eternally, but me.
Is there anything you want to say? Is there anything you want to say, Nyx?
If you follow any of my social medias based off of that name, no, you don't. I really need to revamp all my shit. So, anyway.
And last, but certainly not least, my brother, my partner in crime, Justin, aka Deadpool 0041.
Good
So
old
weird to hear that actually said out loud.
Weird.
tags. I gotta change that shit at some point.
No, keep it. You've had that for years. That's
You know what?
you.
Fair enough, I'm too lazy. Okay, as for...
Well, the floor is yours. Say what you want to say.
But yeah, thanks for... Hello, thanks again for joining us on the start of this wacky adventure. I hope you all keep following along with us. And I'm excited to bring you more horseboy shenanigans.
And as I said,
the adventures of Bat, Seal, Horse, and Blue.
Yes!
and I am Infamous JoJo. Obviously, this will go up on my channel. Eventually, the channel will probably just be taken over by this son of a bitch. But
Yeah, probably.
again, thank y'all so much. If you could, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. We're going to try to bring this bi-weekly. It just depends on our schedule. Stay strong. Be awesome. And peace out, you nerds.